Hi everyone, thanks a lot for coming along today's workouts. Today we're going to be doing a HIIT workout, a little bit different to the usual HIIT workouts that I've been doing over the last few weeks. We're going to be throwing in some isometric movements into this as well. Isometric is basically just hold movements in its simplest form. So we'll go straight into it. We'll get a nice warm up going, just to get us nice and warm, get the blood flowing, get those joints loosened up. So let's just start off in a standing position. Let's bring our arms around in big circles, going back the way. Nice big circles, fingers pointed outwards. Loosen up those shoulder joints, just get the blood flowing a little bit. Nice big circles, big rotations. Okay, let's switch direction. Let's go forward the way. During this workout, we are going to be working the full body, so it's important to make sure that the full body is warmed up. We're going to go across the chest this time. Give yourself a big hug. Alternate with your hands over each other on each swing. Okay, let's do some side bends. Hands on your side, lean to one side, keeping those hips facing forward. Nice little stretch on the sides, nice and slow and controlled. Let's get the arms involved now. Bring the arm above the head, same movement, just with the arm going over the head this time. Okay, let's get these knees up and around. Loosen up those hips. Keep that going, knees nice and high. Down to the ankles, let's make some nice circles with those ankles. Loosen them up. Change direction. Let's switch foot. And change direction again. Okay, just on the spot, we're going to go for a nice little jog on the spot. Just bouncing off the ball of the feet. Get those arms swinging slightly as well. Okay, with the arms by the side, we're going to start bringing them up above the head whilst jogging on the spot still. Okay, now let's get those knees nice and high. Use those arms as well. Back to the slow jog. Just on the spot. Okay, into some jumping jacks. Here we go. Keep facing forward. Back to the jog on the spot. Okay, we're going to go for some side steps and lunges, so make sure you've got some space next to you. 1, 2, and down. 1, 2, down. Let's keep that going. Down nice and low. One more. Well done. Hopefully you're feeling warm now, and we'll go straight into the main workout. Okay, so we're going to go into the main workout now. Again, this is going to be a lot of isometric movements, hold movements, with some body weight movements as well mixed in. Keep along with me as best as you can. There'll be a lot of different exercises going on, but just follow along with me as best you can. Okay, we'll do a couple of rounds on each one. We'll mix it up a little bit, just to keep you on your toes, keep it fresh. Okay, we're going to start with some bodyweight squats. Feet shoulder width apart, toes facing forward. Keep that back nice and straight, chest push forward. Let's go into bodyweight squats. Here we go. Down nice and low. Push up nice and strong. Keep it going. I'm going to go for 3 more after that. we're going to go into a wall sit, so make sure you've got wall space near you that you can lean against. Last one, into the wall sit. Get into your wall sit, lean your back against it, slide down, feet nice and flat on the floor. You want your legs to be about 90 degrees angles, so your hamstrings are parallel to the floor. Keep it held, keep your arms nice and relaxed. Rest your hands on your legs if you need to. Try not to put any pressure on your legs though. Keep that held. A few more seconds. We'll go back into the squats. Keep that held. If you haven't got wall space, just do a squat hold. 3, 2, 1, back into the squats. Here we go, down nice and low, and push up. Put your hands in front of you if you need to help with your balance. Keep it going. Let's work those legs. A few more seconds. Then we go back into the wall sit. 2, 1, into the wall sit. Let's go straight into it. If you struggle with this position, make your legs a little bit straighter, it will take the pressure off. But if you can, try and hold it in that 90 degrees angle. A few more seconds. 3, 2, 1. This time we go into a reverse lunge. In the standing position, make sure you've got space behind you. Bring those knees down towards the floor. Push back up through the standing heel. Keep it going. Okay, we're going to do a lunge hold in 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Hold that position just for a few seconds. Back up. Switch legs. Hold for a few seconds. Back up. Back into the reverse lunges again. I'm going to push up through that standing heel, down nice and low. We're going to stop in 3, 2, 1. Well done, guys. So a quick blast on the legs to get us started. Now we're going to go onto the mat on the floor. We're going to go for a push-up hold, followed by some shoulder taps. So let's get down to the push-up position. On your toes, we're going to bring ourselves down so our chest is nearly touching the floor, and we're going to hold. Just for a few seconds. And back up into your shoulder taps. Let's go back into the hold in 3, 2, 1. Back down into the hold. Try not to let your chest touch the floor. Just hold that position. Just for a few seconds. 3, 2, 1. Back up into your shoulder taps. Next up, we're going to go into a hip bridge in 3, 2, 1. Let's get onto our backs. Heels on the floor, hands by your backside. We're just going to raise those hips up towards the ceiling. Hold that position just for a few seconds. And then we'll go into hip bridge thrusts. Up and down. If you find this movement too easy, do it one-legged. One leg straight, one leg pushing up. and switch legs. We're going to go to hold in 3, 2, 1, back into that hold. Keep it held, squeeze those glutes. And then back into the thrusts. Again, go single-legged if you find it too easy. Bring those hips up nice and high towards the ceiling. Squeeze those glutes at the top. We're going to hold again in 3, 2, 1, and hold. We'll just squeeze those glutes, squeeze those abs. Push up through those heels. Keep it held. Next up, we're going to go into an active beast in 3, 2, 1. Back into the prone position. Let's get into a tabletop position. Hands in line with the shoulders, knees in line with the hips. Toes on the floor. Just going to raise those hips off those knees off the floor. Here we go. Just slightly off the floor. Just for a few more seconds, then we go into cross crunch. Cross crunch in 3, 2, 1, into the cross crunch, back onto our back. Similar to the hip root position. This time, we're going to be coming up. Tap your right hand on your left knee. Opposite hands, opposite knee. Then we go back into the active beast shortly. Active beast in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Back into the active beast. Get into that prone position. Hands in line with the shoulders, knees in line with the hips. Toes on the floor. Let's lift those knees off the floor. Squeeze those abs. Nice strong body, nice strong core. We go back into the cross crunches in a few seconds. 3, 2, 1, into the cross crunch again. Onto your back. Opposite hand, opposite knee. Here we go. Next we go into side planks. Here we go. Onto your side. Make sure we've got a nice straight line between our ankles, hips and shoulder. Elbow on the floor, nice and flat. Nice straight body. We're just going to lift the sides up. Try and create a nice straight line. If you struggle with this position, bend the knee underneath. Hold up this way. A few seconds. 3, 2, 1. We're going to the bird dog. Prone position again. Opposite hand, opposite leg. Raise your left hand and your right foot. Keep them in line. Hold that position. Just for a few seconds. Okay, let's switch in 3, 2, 1, let's switch sides. Hold that position, nice straight line, point those fingers, point those toes. 3, 2, 1, back into the side plank, this time on the opposite side to what we did earlier. So if you did your left side earlier, do your right side now. Nice straight line. Lift off the floor. Just for a few seconds and we go into our RKC plank to finish off. Again, if you're struggling, bend your knee that's closest to the floor. 3, 2, 1. We're going to finish up with our RKC plank. Forearms on the floor, interlink those fingers. Make sure the elbows are in line with the shoulders as best as we can. We're going to make our toes on the floor, nice distance between them, wider than shoulder width. And we're going to squeeze those glutes. Hold that position. Just a few more seconds, guys, keep it held. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Oh, nice and hot here. Hopefully you found that okay, guys. We'll go straight into a quick cool down. Make sure you've got some water nearby, and we'll get ourselves cooled down. Well done, guys. So we're going to go into our cool down now. So just in a standing position, let's bring that arm across the chest. Let's stretch out those shoulders. Those movements that we were doing, the active beast, planks, push-up holds, all these things, shoulder taps, these are all working our shoulders, so it's good to stretch these muscles out. Hold that position. Again, I would advise any of these workouts that you do, make sure you've got the windows open, make sure you've got water nearby, plenty of space as well. Let's switch arms. Make sure we get a nice pull on that shoulder. Let's just stretch to the side now, hand over the head, get a nice pull on that side. And switch sides. Well done, let's get those feet nice and wide apart. Just going to bend that hinge at the hips. Bring our chest down towards the floor, keep that back nice and straight. Reach down to the floor if you like. But more important, just keep that back as straight as possible. Let's come back up, bring those feet a bit closer together. Let's come back down again. Try and maintain it straight back. Okay, let's come back up. Using the wall that we were using earlier for our wall sits. Let's just push against that wall, keeping our heel on the floor behind us. Try and keep those hips up as well, that will help with your pull on your calves. Keep those heels towards the floor. Let's switch sides. Well done, keep those heels nice and flat on the floor. Push into that wall. And relax. Well done, guys. Remember to do as much stretching during the day as you can anyway. A bit of mobility never hurt anybody. Especially after workouts like this. It doesn't have to be just after the workout. Do it before you go to bed. Do it after you've had a shower when your muscles are a bit looser. Do it just whenever you've got a spare couple of minutes. It'll just help relieve a bit of tension in your muscles and loosen up those joints a little bit. Especially nowadays when we're all sat on the chair or at the desk at home. I hope you enjoyed today's workout though. Again, as always, if you've got any questions, feedback, advice, You need help with anything at all, you just want to ask a random question, feel free to do so. You can find me on Instagram. Just look for @ScottWoodsPT. That's @ScottWoodsPT. And I'll be happy to start a conversation, have a chat, or answer any questions that you have. In the meantime, take care of yourselves and look out for some more videos coming soon. Thanks, though.